Hello, beautiful and brave soul. So I have a parent wound here that this inner child energy is nudging at me to communicate to you. So I had a dream and some downloads, and I actually got a title before I opened this channel. So that doesn't usually happen. But the title is, or the energy is, you are a good kid to awful parents, or a parent. And as I was getting ready, I had no idea I was going to even sit here. Like, it totally put me here. Okay. And some of the downloads that came through, so first I had this dream. I had no idea it was connected to this. It was the ages of 12 to 14, and how school was this escape. School was so amazing. Going to school was healing. It was heaven in comparison to what you experienced at home, basically. So, and I also pulled I'll get there. I saw the last leaf on a tree. So I'm going to see how that ties in. This tree was communicating that it was the family tree, and you were this last leaf, but this last leaf was like a dying leaf, like a fall leaf, So it was like this leaf was about to fall off the tree. And then 1111 creeped in. This was all before I decided I was going to sit here. And then lavender and rose came through. So I was like, okay, lavender rose, what? Somebody's name Lavender Rose? But then I was like, okay, also healing lavender and rose. Rose is about healing the heart chakra. And lavender, I got lavender here. Lavender is my favorite. It's like, and then ironically, my candle yesterday went out that I used like eco juices to put in. I don't use like wax or whatever this is. And it went out, so I had to use this candle, and it's the only candle I have in my house. And it's lavender vanilla. So I'm like, wow, okay. And then, okay, so that's most of that. And then I get here, and I pull out, falls right out of my deck here. It just falls. Why has mom been so quiet? I have lover at the bottom with the 2 of cups in reverse. So we're dealing with 10 of swords right behind that. So we're going to talk to your 12 to 14-year-old self and figure out what it has to say. Because I also have these cards where I was shown you are trying to work through an indulgence issue. Like, this could be overeating, it could be overindulging consumption, whatever, in some kind of way, shape, or form, where you recognize it's affecting your health, it's affecting your life, and you're tired of it, you're over it. 333. So this pleasure that you're trying to work through, this, whether it's overeating or whatever you're indulging in here, whatever's just creating an imbalance for you. So this could be a hormonal imbalance as well. Whatever's showing up as imbalance in your life, you have, I really just got like maybe even a health concern. You're struggling to understand what to do, and it's actually energetic. So there's this energetic healing that needs to happen because of the way you formed and bonded in relationships. So your mother is significant here. I know moms get such a bad rap because dads can just run off, and moms get left with the heavy weight and burden of things. And I was actually seeing a mother and child situation, but it seemed like it was a past situation. It seemed like you were the child and the mother was the beggar. The mother was the person who didn't quite confront herself. She was into survival, okay? And the way that she functioned was very detrimental to your light. It just took it away. And I don't know, we'll have to go further. But this deeply affected your self-esteem and how you felt in the world. So with worship gene on the top here as well, it could also really have affected you seeing yourself as empowered in any way rather than others. So Amy Winehouse, see, that's another fantastic description of the mother energy I was seeing. So obviously that could be your energy, but something about that vibration of alcoholism, or, and it doesn't have to be mother, it could just be whoever nurtured you or a nurturing relationship that you have. Because I have a person in my life that I consider to be my mother wound, or how do I say that? I have a person in my life that's not my mother that is certainly an avenue of one of the ways I need to heal my mother wound, I guess. A channel. So let's see what these cards have to talk about, because just for the underlying, that was pretty heavy. I have the Lover at the bottom here, the underlying card. Great passion and devotion and unbridled appreciation for someone or something. So at your core, at your center, you are a lover. And we're going to identify and figure out why you're struggling to be that for yourself, to be that in life. Okay. Anunnaki. Look, I know I'm going to keep it out because I do understand how the spirit world is pulling puppet strings in very crazy deep ways. So we're just going to see how this unravels. But we're going to keep the Anunnaki out because it's not just human. Okay, we're just going to see. We're just going to let it flow. No pressure, no pushing, no resistance. Just peace. Just flow. Just imagination. We're playing. We're at the playground. I'm telling you, the excitement I felt at the playground in my dream, it's like I walked out of the building and I saw everyone playing and I was like, oh my gosh, let's go. And it was like kickball and all the fun stuff. I was such a menace. I wish I wasn't. Oh, children. Okay, so let's see. Anunnaki. I just want to split it one more time. Why has mom been so quiet? It's in your blood. Look at that. It's in your blood. Why has mom been so quiet? It's in your blood. Why has mom been so quiet? Adrenochrome, a chemical compound produced by the oxidation of adrenaline, researched in the 1950s to the 1970s as a potential cause for schizophrenia. I'm telling you, there's a mother wound here. Maybe a parent that's not all the way there mentally. It's God's side and the other side, period. Anunnaki, sing, sing, sing. Oh, two at the same time. Polyamory. Do you want to be right that badly? Polyamory. Do you want to be right that badly? Okay. I have to start pulling some tarot. Spirituality without the ability to control your reality is sheer vanity. Narrow knowledge. Fantastic dude on the internet, guys. He's like 20 and he's just got it together. Okay, so let's see. What's going on? What is this? Anunnaki, sing. So I'm getting the needing to shake off the vibration. There is something hereditary, genetic here that's been passed down. Codes. Polyamory. Do you want to be right? Stubbornly not wanting to move forward. Stubborn. It takes slow and steady. Time heals all wounds. Perseverance, slow and steady. It's gonna work out, but it seems long-term journey, creating independence. So this has really thrown a wrench in your routine and ability to create independence in your life. Maybe you've been taking care of a parent or something, heavy burden, almost as confirmation. Mental, okay, even if you're not physically taking care of the parent with the 10 of Swords behind that 2 of Cups in reverse, it's like you could just be emotionally their punching bag, or there's something about the energy of the parent really weighing on your nature, wanting to be of service to this parent. So I'm seeing the Bible scripture where they're like, I don't know what it says honestly, but it's something like thou shalt not disobey their parents. Something like that. Let me know, please. But it's almost like you have this devotion to your parents or parent, because again, I don't know who this is, caregiver, in a way that has created a detriment to your independence, your sovereignty here. And you're really carrying this weight. It's in the items they've given you. It's in the things they've said to you. So going back to the age range of 12 to 14, especially how you felt about yourself at that time when you needed confidence, you needed support and nurturing. So you're really, this girl's also hiding her face. Look at that. It's like you don't want to see or show yourself. You don't want to, what is that? Lots of burden, lots of responsibility that you carry. You're the last leaf on the tree. 3 of Swords, now very heavy energy. 3 of Swords, pain. Heartbreak, betrayal. Feeling lonely. How is this affecting ill health as well? Like I said, this is affecting your health in some way. You've got some sort of health concern and now you're like, I need to deal with this. And maybe the doctors don't quite have the answers, or you don't quite agree with things that, I'm not a doctor, but I'm just picking up on the energy here. And you're looking at things a little differently. You're looking for alternative, what's the word? Modalities, healing, alternative, mysterious. You're questioning other ways. How can you do this on your own? What can you do here? Yes, you're trying to develop some maturity here. You're trying to develop. You're not trying to go uphill and struggle. You're trying to create solutions. Okay, if I'm going to have to push this up the hill, see, there's the, like I said, I don't know what I said, mystery. That was the energy right there. I almost feel like it goes second with the 5. It was, that was what I was picking up on. So I'm seeing that. Okay, it's a mystery. What's a mystery? Because it's deeper than you think. That's why the Anunnaki are here. We're going to go deep. We're going to go past the surface. We're not going to guilt, blame, shame, and create cruel havoc. We're not just going to abuse. I don't know. We're not going to go crazy here. What we're going to do is we're going to decide, how would my 12 to 14-year-old self, who is closer to God than I currently am, to Source Creator that loves me, What can I do here? What is the secret sauce? What is hiding behind the veil that the subconscious is trying to convey to me, trying to communicate to me? So aggression, someone with a temper. So this could be coming up in your relationships where you're almost mirroring that parent and you're like, whoa, hold on, this isn't gonna work. I can't function like this. Okay, why is my ego taking control here? Why can't I find the higher perspective? And I also am getting a little bit of like guilt for being disobedient. And this defensiveness, fighting energy. Also Saturn twice. That's Saturn, right? Yeah, discipline. We're really trying to develop a discipline and create balance. Wow, 3 times in a row actually. Saturn energy all in the center. So you could be dealing with Saturn energy. Saturn could be... Saturn is a discipline. Saturn is like Sky Daddy, okay? It's like, you better listen to Saturn. Saturn is not playing games with you. And if you don't face what Saturn teaches you, years and years will go by until you're on your deathbed. And if you never faced it, Saturn will be there like, you ready to talk about that? You ready to acknowledge what I was trying to show you for the past 10 or 20 years? Saturn is not a game. Oh my gosh. And we started off in Saturn. So this reading has so much Saturn energy. I'm just going to read. I have Saturn. Okay. So this career is, Aquarius and Capricorn energy. It's about achievements. So this could be blocking your achievements. We have career, business, wealth, discipline, self-control, stability, the ability to wait, and hard work. So when you are creating this independence for yourself and you keep running into, I'm getting like a stubborn energy where you run into things almost immaturely, right? And it's somewhat of an immaturity here. No shame, truly. It's just not helping you. It's not helping you heal this. We got the heart stabbed in the center here. You feel just so much pain in your heart. And the number one reason people go bye-bye, I don't know if it's the number one, but it's close, it's up there, is heart issues, heart failure, heart not working, okay? And our heart needs to be pumping and flowing, and we need to love and we need to care for our heart. So energetically, I'm an energy person. I'm not a doctor. So if the doctors are doing their thing, that's for them. Here we're going to talk about the energy that your heart is experiencing pain and anguish, and it's carrying too much. It's processing too much. I'm just getting like coffee and energy drinks or soda. I'm just seeing a fast heartbeat. But heart's working too hard. It's too much pressure. That's the mystery. It's not something that the doctors can give you a pill for. That will create a dependence on like a drug with a drug dealer. You don't want that. You want to go back to your innocence, the 12 to 14-year-old version of yourself. It's like, no, I'm tired. My heart hurts. This is too much. This is too much for my heart. I'm trying to play at the playground. I'm trying to go on a walk. I'm trying to breathe fresh air. I'm not trying to take 7,000 pills a day to where, no. It's interesting that polyamory is here. So we have some investigating to do on that. Anunnaki and polyamory. Do you want to be right that badly? I'm going to have to pull some cards very specifically on those with adrenochrome and the schizophrenia. Unpaid bills, money problems, disorganization, lack of balance. Okay. Biting the hand that feeds you. Ten of Cups, unhappy home, family life, dysfunctional life, security. Okay, there's a wound here. There's a wound here. And you know what? We're going to love on this wound. We're going to nurture this wound. We're going to release this wound. We're not going to be fake spiritual people that only think about things that make us feel good because it fuels our ego. Sometimes we face our shadow in a way that it's ugly. It's okay. Sometimes it's ugly. And I'm not blaming you at all. I'm not saying that you're the one to blame here. There's no one to blame here. There's something to address. There's something to identify, to call out. We see a shadow in the corner of the room. We're going to call it out. We're going to say, why are you in here? You're not welcome here. I need you to leave. I command you to remove yourself from my being, from my spirit, because I am. You're stepping into a powerful role in your spiritual ascension here. You're deciding, yeah, it's in my blood, but guess what? Blood regenerates constantly. I can transmute blood out of my body and replenish it with new blood. What you gonna do about it? My heart will pump new blood tomorrow, next week, whatever. We are magical. We are way more, but you gotta get into the belief. And in order to vibrate high enough, you've got to be able to get battle tested here. There's a bit of battle testing here, which is great because we're not about superficial spirituality, that's why I said I love neuro knowledge. He is the last person. It's just vanity. It's just ego. If you're in the realm, I gotta cut this nail. You're just in the realm of, we can't feel the ego, okay? We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're gonna light some more Palo Santos. I got some sage burning behind me. It smells so good. Lavender and rose. We're gonna heal, okay? We're gonna heal. Let's talk about this Anunnaki. Let's go deeper. How about that? Let's see what's deeper behind the curtain, behind this high priestess. I'm very curious. You know, it's accountability and self-awareness is the key to your ascension. It's very key for you to evolve by being still, by being present, by being calm, by being okay. Everything's okay. It's always okay. Choose how you feel right now. Choose if you're going to be angry, if you're going to be happy, if you're going to be triggered, if you're going to be, we're just chilling. It's fine. There's nothing to fear here. We're going deep into the self, and it's going to be great. I'm so excited. So now that we've done that, let's ask. What is this? What's the secret behind the veil here? PTSD. That makes sense. Wiccan, a love letter to all Black women out there. Wiccan. I didn't even put the word right. It's wicked. Wicked, a love letter to all Black women out there. So, first of all, my beautiful ones, this is you don't actually have to be material, physical, skin color Black, but you know how in the movie Wicked, I can't think of her name right now. Cynthia, the woman who played what's her name? The greens color one, the witch. I don't know. So that woman, that character, is for the lack of at the end she just became so powerful, but she was trained to believe she was something else, something worse. That created a PTSD and a self-esteem issue, And behind the veil, which is what she does at the end, she confronts what's behind the veil. She confronts the what's his name? I can't think of names right now, guys. But the guy behind the veil, she confronts him like, you don't scare me. Who are you? I am powerful. You are fake. Why have I been listening to you? Why have I been under your command? Who put this program here? Who decided this is all a facade? This is all facade. None of this is real. It's only real because I believed in it. I had so much faith in you. I put so much power in your authority. We can turn into a bad guy, a villain, real quick when we start to get there. Or we can embrace, right? Because I know she probably turned, I don't know the whole Wicked story, so I just seen that one movie that just came out. Alan Watts. Not today, Satan. Yeah, because Satan isn't real. Satan is a figment of our imagination. One day we're little gods walking on earth, beautiful and naked and free. And then somebody says, you better be scared of this thing called the devil. And the little us goes, huh? What's the devil? And the mean person says, well, it's the thing that'll get you if you're bad. And as a little kid, you're like, bad? What's bad? I can be bad? And the person's like, yeah, if you're bad, Santa Claus doesn't bring you presents. Satan Claus. You better be good. Well, what is good? Well, obedience. Command. Do under my command, and that's good. So the kid's like, okay, sure. That's the energy that you fell for. And it's frustrating. It makes anger come up. It makes us like, what? Where and how? I want to sing. I was fine in my garden. I was pure. I was free. And then someone just came in and lied to me. Why'd you bring lies into my garden? What are you scared of? Don't you know who you are? Hysteria. I just see I'm just feeling them like slingshots. I'm so precise, so you might want to think it over twice before you can roll the dice. What's that song? Do you still believe? That's Eminem. In me. Didn't I do everything that I had to give you to make you see? 'Cause if you give up on me now, I won't let you live it down. Do you still believe? Something like that. Okay, and I can't think right now. We're in cuckoo la la land. Hysteria, exactly. Old-fashioned term for a disorder characterized by a neurological symptom often accompanied by exaggeratedly or inappropriate emotional behavior. Originally attributed to disease or injury of the nervous system, and later thought to be functional or psychological in origin, because it was put in your mind by a quote-unquote mentally ill person that was in survival, struggling heavily. His mind was gone. And they were trying to raise you in a way that did not align to the purity of you, the God in you. So it made you feel small, it made you feel dumb, it made you feel stupid. And I know why the Anunnaki's here now. It's because that is pretty much the reptilian, is what I'm getting. And when you were singing and dancing and free and flying, it was like, what are you doing? You're stupid. You're dumb. You can't fly. You can't sing. You can only do what I tell you to do. Now, why is polyamory here? Why the heck is polyamory here? Flat Earth. and crying for help. So Alan Watts, flat earth, okay. So somewhere in the beginning of our story as humans, there was this story we were told, this patriarchal story of Godhead, king, the number one, and then the man, and then the woman, and then children, which is in reverse. Interesting. Listen, I know, if anybody, please know we're on an evolutionary journey. I'm also evolving, and I learn. I'm a student to the universe every single day. So in my evolution, I always trust spirit to illuminate things to me as I become more aware of what I'm learning. And I'm just getting this download right now of it's reversed. Children are the future. Children are the enlightened ones, awakened ones, because they are supposed to be not necessarily first. What is the word I'm trying to get? First. They're supposed to be of utmost importance. Nurses and teachers and caregivers, you know what I'm saying. Mothers, fathers, those that love their little babies, that love children, that understand. We just have it all backwards. And the polyamory is reminding me of, I know, I'm sorry, this might ruffle some feathers. I think children are polyamorous. I do. I think they're polyamorous. And until we tell them they're not, and what they should be, because they believe in us, that's the confusion. Many. Polyamory just means many. It just means Peter Pan. We float around and we are Peter Pan. And to those that are in the belief system of monogamy, which I often am, or husband, wife, boy, girl mindset, I can see how that's shattering and shocking and triggering, and denial wants to creep in and determine that I'm wrong. Veil, hologram, hidden illusion. We're behind the curtain, guys. We're not in reality right now. We are behind the curtain in the realm of wisdom, behind the high priestess. She's giving us information. It's not me. This is just we're discovering the truth. And there's a restriction here that your spirit doesn't feel confined, very happily confined to. It doesn't mean that monogamy is bad. It doesn't mean that husband and wife is bad, because that is equally acceptable, I think. Why not? How else would we make babies and raise them to be good humans? Use a freaking condom. How funny. Use a freaking condom. Why is that here? Why is that here? Use a freaking condom. Use a freaking condom. Polyamory. Okay, yeah, because we don't want to just share disease. Okay. Too fast, need for speed. Use your brakes, warning. Do you want to be right that badly? Grooming. Okay, but what's grooming? What's grooming? What is grooming? What's grooming? ketamine, put to sleep, tranquilizer, roofied, and drunk. Believe actions, not words. So what has been told to us? What spell has been casted over you? Believe actions, not words. What have people said to you versus what have you observed? Someone's not being honest about. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Crying for help, flat earth. Why is crying for help here? I'm just really in a dark energy right now. It's not pleasant to be here. So if this is triggering or not your, okay, August. Crying for help, August. I don't know if that has significance to you, August. Why is flat earth here with Alan Watts? Hormone imbalance, not thinking straight, dysregulation, reversed upside down. Trapped, prisoner, confined, limited, and lack of resources. There's really something interesting here about I just don't know. Is it? Can't even put to sleep. I'm gonna pull a tarot card. Okay, King of Swords in reverse. So blocking your third eye, your ability to see. This is deep, guys. Because there is a premeditated malice here where somebody who is overly stern, overly cautious, blocked your third eye from seeing a truth, a part of reality that you used to be able to see as a young child. With the Magician in the reverse at the bottom, blocked creativity, not being able to learn from past mistakes. Dark magic, blocked. So how is this affecting you today? How is this affecting them today? Ten of Swords, which we talked about. Backstabbing, betrayals, enemies. Bad-mouthing. Failure, ruin, exhaustion, curses. Dead end, goodbyes, nail in the coffin. This is the nail in the coffin. So it's like you have an ending here with somebody who just lied to you. So we're back to the parent, okay? It's back to the parent because we love our parents, we love them, but there's somebody here that they're showing up energetically, because I know people are believing in 3D so much, so we really think of limited experiences, but we're going to expand large here. It's in your blood. Adrenochrome. Why has mom been so quiet? Well, I'm getting a bit of a possession type of energy here, where she's been taken over, whoever she is, this parent figure. and this ketamine, roofied, tranquilizer, put to sleep, grooming. So the ketamine card is like, that's them. That's the parent. They've been put to sleep. They've been roofied. They're drunk. They're bye-bye. Like, they're not using the brain. And use a freaking condom with polyamory. A condom just represents protection against sharing fluids, procreating, reproducing. So it's almost like protection against the person who created you. And the grooming is showing up as they want to groom you because they work for the Anunnaki, which is, if you don't know who they are, look them up, but you're probably not going to get accurate information. But they're basically, if you want to just simplify it to reptilian, believe actions, not words. What do you see? Do you see a drunken person on the couch every day? Do you see and hear, what are they saying to you? Are they saying, I love you, I apologize, I'm remorseful, I regret, I want to be a part of your life? Are they coming towards you with love? Or are they reclusing and pulling away from you? Because I almost feel like there's a strategic manipulation here, where there's somebody who prefers you to be trapped, prisoner, confined, limited, lack of resources. So you rely on them for information, for validation, for wisdom. You think they are smart because they are the parent or whatever. But this parent brings defeat to you. They bring pain and energy I don't like. Crying for help. August, not today, Satan. August is Leo season. Not today, Satan. You're not going to take my personal power. So I'm getting that the sun is your personal power, because things should revolve around you. Once you hit a certain age, things should revolve around you. Your parents should be there cheering you on. Your parents should want the DNA to continue, but the reptilian wants it to not, because they're trying to take it over. So they need you to regress. They need you to stay small. Not thinking straight, dysregulation, flat earth with Alan Watts. Philosophy, think bigger, think more expansive. Reversed and upside down, flat earth. We used to think a lot of different things about this earth. You know, about the inner earth stuff and all the things going on that are deeper. It's coming out. We're finally, oh my gosh. It's also going to happen in your psyche, because there is no out there without in here. So what's going on inside of you is also going on outside of us. So they wanted you to feel like this wicked character with PTSD. What are you scared of? Don't you know who you are? Hysteria. It's like walking outside. It's like waking up. You realize, oh my gosh, I'm a freaking creator being. I can do anything I want. And you walk outside and everybody's like a walking zombie. And it's like blah. And nobody has any fun or any ability to think outside of the box or do anything else besides follow the line leader. And you're like, no, I don't like this. Where's this future? Where are we going? We know where we're going. This is singularity, guys. Be careful. But moving home, lack of foresight and planning. I feel like you have to go back to this parent, and you're like, it's demeaning to your independence. You're like trying to be this independent, not carefree, but you're so used to them being like, I told you so. I'm right. I'm always right. 4444. I knew you'd come back to me. I knew you'd come crawling back. And you're like frustrated about this because you're at the night. You're no longer a page. You're not a kid anymore. You're not 12, you're not 13, you're not 14, you're grown. And you're trying to make these movements and this progress to your independence. And you keep getting met with life because your root chakra is all fucked up. And it causes you pain because this person could support you in the right way, which is to let you be free, let you go. But instead, they don't do that. They need control over that. They need control over your root chakra. Saturn, Sky Daddy. Interesting. What is the lesson? Saturn is also very tied to your wealth. So if you figure this out, you'll be able to access your wealth. Interesting. This is a very interesting reading. Do we need an animal? We do. We always need the animals because they're the best. Let's see what animals. Animals. One animal today, the lion. See, we're just doing this one animal today for a reason. Because be proud of yourself. Be proud of where you are. With the lamb at the bottom. See, with August, Leo energy, step into your power. Because what is going down here, it's to pull you back. And we've got to move forward. We've got to get out of this energy. We have to look at that baby. Look at that baby. That lion is, what you gonna do to the lion? You gonna step to me? I hope you have 7 of you, because you're not coming to me. I'm the king here. I run this. That's the energy. So that's what I have. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just going to read one little paragraph from my book. In retrospect, she wanted me to calm down and felt my sister was making me more amped and delusional. But truly, she was the only thing keeping me from freaking out. The energies were way too intense to just sit still and deal with it. I needed help to stay calm. I told her I was scared and I wanted to come home. I felt like I had walked into a dimension my sister understood. Interesting. Going back home, I'm telling you, there's a bit of a fear trying to pull you back home. Be careful. Discern. Pause. Reflect. Think. Because I'm getting that when I was in that mind state, when I did that moment there, fear was guiding me. And we don't want fear to be the guide. So, no. Just pause. Just think it through, okay? That's what I got. This is my book on Amazon if you're interested. It's Scorpio Diaries. I lost my mind to find it because I did. And I do personal readings. Everything's linked down below on my website. Check it out. Email me. Also, please leave a comment. Let me know how this resonated. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.